Alright, chat. Today, chat, we got to react to a death battle that's coming out today. It is called Simon the Digger versus Kyle Rayner. Basically, Green Lantern versus Gurren Lagann. Hold on. And it's a world premiere. Premiering right now, so I'm getting ready. I got my money on White Lantern. Here we go. This came out right out of the bed, you know, ready to go.
Simon the Digger, Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern. Two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity. He's whizzing a boomstick.
Is this all animated
to
or
analyze their
drawn?
weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yo, I think this is all drawn. This is sweet.
Deep underground, Jiha Village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world above their squalid cave. That's where the hero of our story comes in. The young man who would lead his comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simon. He was there too, I guess. Simon was a
little bro,
content to drill endlessly through the dirt.
Oh my gosh.
Until the day he found the core drill.
Bro, them digging down, that's like the cave diver freaking meme, bro. Like the way it was like formed and stuff.
Buried mech that Kamina named Lagann. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun after a life in the dark. But
I've never watched this anime. This is it. It's about to be like Minion Talk to me. It's just going. But we will see.
The sky was by no means the limit.
Maybe I'll learn something.
The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the Earth for humanity, scoring a second mech in the process, aptly named Gurren. And as befits Kamina and Simon's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Lagann merged, creating Gurren Lagann. With Kamina piloting the body and Simon the head, these two were unstoppable. Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagann might just be the absolute coolest.
Oh my gosh, look at all these flashing lights.
And capable of making any weapon they can imagine, including missiles, a jetpack, a sunglasses boomerang, and of course, drills! Wrist-mounted drills, kunai drills, shield drills, kamehameha drills, and everyone's favorite, the Giga Drill Bureku!
Jesus Christ.
It's so funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something, my whole personality. With Gurren Lagann's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces, liberated human villages, and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome. Until Kamina died. Oh, wait, shit, was that supposed to happen? Nope, and it was all Simon's fault. He let his willpower waver, and his soul brother paid the price.
Wow, little bro sold the bag.
He was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit. So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in the Simon who believes in you. Damn. Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole...
It's like say, have faith in the Supertime that believes in you. You know what I mean? I don't...
It was Simon
okay, big bro, you got it.
Simon who pierced the surface, and Simon who would now lead humanity to victory. Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side.
That was aura. You saw the way he was walking up, bro? That man reached king status. It's crazy.
Who helped pull him out of his rut and kicked Lord Genome's ass. But victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attack. Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral feared humanity's potential, what they dubbed the spiral nemesis. Remember how Gurren Lagann runs on fighting spirit? Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right, the laws of physics run on chutzpah. Just as the spiral turned inward represents endless obsession and madness, the spiral turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect representation of humanity's evolutionary potential. Potential Simon would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
Channeling spiral power lets you constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simon can create portals to different realities and higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagann with bigger and stronger machines.
How did this turn from giant mechs with drills to like fighting aliens, interdimensional anti-spiral, infinite spiral power? Oh my god, bro. I'm lost. You got me.
The Arc Gurren Lagann, which is strong enough to shatter space and time.
Okay.
Or the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, which can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions.
Oh yeah.
All within a Planck instant.
No, this person won.
Unit of time physically possible.
Meaning each laser would have to be moving 4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light.
Simon won. You got it. He won.
Well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history. Congratulations, Gurren Lagann.
Oh my gosh.
Move over, SpongeBob. You've been dethroned.
Hold on. Wait.
Congratulations, Gurren Lagann.
Move over.
Samus, Wonder Woman, Shadow, Super. Oh my gosh. I don't know who that one is. It might be the Doctor. I don't know. Don't know that one. Mega Man. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, you've been dethroned. Oh, and the guidebook says they hit an innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes. You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't enough to escape the anti-spiral's greatest trap, the multiverse labyrinth. An attack that imprisons Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind, permanently arresting him in a dream world.
Except Simon and his spiral power are just built different, and after being inspired by his bro, Simon absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that this labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simon absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself. The jump between dimensions is basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope.
What?
Oh, we're just getting started.
Yeah.
Imagine a
You lost
two-dimensional
me.
drawing interacting with a three-dimensional person.
Okay. That's not too far off from what actually happened.
Because when Simon absorbed the multiverse labyrinth, he merged with every alternate universe.
Hold on, is that a drill keychain? That's freaking. Hold on, okay, I see you.
Version of himself,
merged
including
with
an
all of
alternate
them?
universe Simon, who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann.
Wow.
And that author's spiral power made his fictional Simon real, adding another to the mix.
Wait, if every human being has spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all gave our Simone enough spiral power to form the next step in mecha evolution, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Oh my gosh.
This is when Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy. Like, shoot
those-
missiles that alter probability so they have a 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like frisbees. Sorry, did I
That's what I was about to say. Those are galaxies, bro, or universes.
Galaxies? I meant universes.
Yep.
Simon's power was so immense that he started generating super spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe.
With it, Simon turns his thoughts into reality, letting him create his mech and all of its weapons in the first place.
That's basically Green Lantern. He has everything Green Lantern, but more. Oh, White Lantern. Hold on, might be a different one. Hold on, DC White Lantern could be like God. I don't know. This is crazy.
Not only does this mean he no longer needs co-pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence.
Like when Lord Genome used spiral power to survive quantum breakdown, or the time Nia, now the best wife in the universe, used spiral power to constantly regenerate her body from being erased at the informational level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality. Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, Wiz, when the fuck is my leg growing back?
When even this was not enough for the anti-spiral, Simon evolved one more time.
He's not done?
Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann!
Oh
This
my.
ring is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simone and his friends shattered the anti-spiral once and for all.
What?
Cruel indifference of the universe. Meet the
Oh my God, that boy's
indomitable
scrapping.
human spirit.
Proving Commonest words prophetic. That Simone's
Oh, that was
drill
sweet.
is the drill.
That was sweet. It turned it straight into. Did he? Bro, when did this anime come out? Oh my gosh. 2007? 3 years after I was born. 2007? Oh my gosh. There's no way people as a kid, like, understood what was going on. There's no way.
That would pierce the heavens.
With no more
Pulled the moon back into orbit, became the Simone that believed in him, struck all of space-time at once, absorbed the multiverse, withstood the infinity Big Bang storm, shattered a drill trillions of light years long. How do you even calculate? You got it. Defeated Viral, 4 Supreme Generals. Oh my gosh, man.
worlds left to conquer.
He won.
Simone chose to
He
wander
won.
the earth for the rest of his days in service to others.
Always looking up, for all the lights in the
There's
sky
no way.
are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
Oh my gosh. There's no
The
way, bro.
universe is a dangerous place. Should you find yourself face to face with an interdimensional vampire, alien dictators, or this one really pissed off cat, you know who to call.
The Green Lantern Corps. They're the Space Fuzz, an intergalactic police force founded billions of years ago by blue leprechaun gods.
And the greatest Green Lantern among them was everyone's favorite, Hal Jordan.
You know him. You love him.
Classic.
You
Wait.
might hate him.
Was that Ryan Reynolds?
But you gotta respect the
God.
man with a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
I just saw. Was
After
that Ben 10?
You might hate him.
Oh my god.
But you gotta respect the man with a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
After his hometown got completely obliterated, Hal lost his mind. He rampaged through the core,
Be back.
killing everyone in his path, and absorbed the central power battery, the literal Green Lantern.
Becoming the Emerald Tyrant, Parallax.
There
my
was
God.
only one survivor of Parallax's killing spree, Ganthet. And with what remained of his strength, he gave the last green
What was that for? Look at that comic.
and with what remained
Bro, why is he posed up like that?
of his
Oh my
strength,
god. He's like he gives me like Yoda vibes, man.
he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe
This ring. Take it.
to a human, Kyle Rayner.
So, was Kyle picked for his indomitable willpower like Hal was?
He was just there. He had no idea what was going on. Must
This
feel
isn't looking
being
good.
given the most dangerous magical weapon in existence to figure out on your own. Hey, if Colonel Sanders, Daffy Duck, Space Wheat, and a sentient fox can master it, what's your
What?
excuse, Kyle?
Yo, the comics get crazy. Colonel Sanders out here repping the Green Lantern, the bling. Okay,
The
Colonel.
Lantern ring can do
And
anything,
Daffy.
fulfilling any wish its user desires, as though
How did a box? You got it.
it were a genie from a lamp.
I can understand, like wheats, because you could just put the wheat in the ring. How did a box? Yeah.
You fire energy blasts, create force fields, affect gravity, turn invisible and intangible, manipulate matter, time travel, warp reality.
Okay. Hold on. All that didn't matter until you said time travel. Time travel, you might got it.
And erase things from existence.
That
We're
didn't matter.
exaggerating? Well, consider the time Kyle stretched
Time manipulation and time travel. That's what's concerning to me. Time manipulation, time travel.
the very fabric of space to increase the
Otherwise,
Planck
Simone got it.
billion times over. That's like stretching an inch into a light year.
Lanterns control time and space, letting them fly so fast they can create a speed force singularity.
Tapping into the speed force requires entering a higher
Oh,
dimension
no.
of space, requiring speeds that are not only faster than light,
Oh,
but
no.
totally immeasurable.
We're going to Speed Force stuff. Oh, I don't know who's gonna win, man. Speed Force. It's like I never see anybody beat the Speed Force. That's one. 2, time travel stuff, time shenanigans, and then you got Simone with his dimension breaking, shattering drills and everything, and heat seeking missiles that never miss. Oh yeah,
The rings
wrapped.
have an artificial intelligence that operates just as fast, automatically protecting its user
The biggest mech in the world.
from danger.
Like the time that Boozer Kilowog survived being erased from existence by the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Wait,
The
he
ring
survived.
is fueled by
Okay, wait. If he could survive that, oh, White Lantern might have it. If he could survive being erased from existence, and that's basically what Simone was doing with the drills, right? I mean,
its users'
okay.
willpower and limited only by their imagination.
While Hal may have had the greatest willpower in the Corps, Kyle's imagination is unmatched. Probably because he's a comic book artist.
Hey,
When we go from this
W.
show, they think of some wild shit.
But the Green Lantern's most recognizable ability is their constructs, Kyle's speciality.
Samurai armor, pirate
Ooh,
ships, giant
huh?
dragons, actual working home computers, and his favorite, super fighting robots.
What are the
Hey, that one
chances?
looks familiar.
Kyle can make them strong enough to lift the Spectre, who weighs as much as eternity.
Or hold back a 12.3 dimensional Big Bang. Wait, 0.3? DC's multiverse has 12.3 dimensions? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Why is it
Ring's
point
only
three?
downside is that it's limited to 24 hours before needing a recharge.
So it can blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Although I'd say
What's it called? The fight's not gonna last 24 hours though. It's probably gonna last like, at most, if they're going all out, 10, 15 minutes maybe. You know, maybe an hour. Maybe an hour. 24 hours is not gonna last that long. Plus, he could just go back in time. You know what I mean? So.
Kyle's biggest weakness was Kyle. With great power came no responsibility.
Perhaps a
Dang.
manifestation of Kyle's self-doubt. Any reflection came too late, though, when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her body in a fridge.
Kyle wasn't the
Oh
only
my
one
God.
traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
For how
What?
female characters are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
So it might surprise you that it happened to Kyle again.
Kyle finally got serious.
Yeah.
He became a prominent member of the Justice League, faced off against Hal, and even rebuilt the Green Lantern Corps better than ever.
But little did he know, this torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save Ganthet from an emotional lobotomy, it's a long story, he had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
There are 7 colors, each representing a different emotion.
Hey, the
Yellow
Red
light of
Lantern?
fear lets Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind.
He can use all the lanterns? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
The more scared you are of him, the stronger he becomes.
Orange light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely
Okay, that yellow lantern, he ain't doing nothing with that, bruh. But like Simone, he's an anime character. He's not getting afraid of anything, man. What was this though? Hold on, let me go back.
He becomes.
Orange light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely his enemies' attacks, but also their souls.
Red is rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm.
Oh my
which
gosh.
sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue light is powered by hope and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination,
Okay.
and supercharge his ring.
Indigo
What?
is compassion, reducing his opponent's will to fight and letting him open portals across space.
He won. Yo, he won. Yo, he just won. There's no way. There's no way. He just won.
Connecting him to others.
He just won. Stop. He just stop. You're not. No more fighting. Compassion. Stop. And then he hits it with the rage. Yo, he just won. That's crazy.
The final
And then he powers that up with the blue one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then time travel.
one
Speed
was
Force.
the sapphire light of love. With
Hey,
it,
yo.
he could trap enemies within crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by
Oh, he can't do that though, because Simone did that already. You know what I mean? He was stuck in that time mind prison thing and combined all his. Yeah.
giving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged and Kyle became a White Lantern, with total control over the power of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes you live.
Empowered by the physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse, Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other lantern in existence.
Far stronger than Hal, who could harness the energy of every power battery across the multiverse.
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against—
This editing is so good. I don't know who did this editing. Yo, props. Shout outs to him, man. Oh my god. They might have like a team or something. If it's one guy, that's crazy. But they probably got a team. This is amazing. Also, this guy is crazy. Kyle, look at Aura. Oh my gosh.
Purify corruption and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation, like the Anti-Monitor.
Okay, so it's not totally useless.
Especially after Kyle visited the Source and acquired the life equation. Essentially the source code to reality, the life equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it, Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like
he just won.
The anti-life equation.
I don't know if I said it before. He just won. Oh my gosh.
Is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
So it's not a shock that the equation made Kyle too powerful.
Yeah.
He struggled to control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties. Oblivion. Kyle's greatest weakness was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him.
They created the Gojo of DC. Like, there's no way.
Throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns.
What?
Together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
That's so cool.
Bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life at their command, there's no end to their journey, only endless beginning.
If he loses, they need a goddamn great explanation. They need an explanation from the Lord above. There's no way he loses this. There's no way he loses this. I bet.
Hey, remember Beerus versus Sailor Galaxia?
I bet everything on White Lantern, bro. There's no way. I had Gurren Lagann at first because the dimensions of the life equation. You got it, bro. You got it. I'm ready.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle.
Look at the aura. Oh my god. He's farming. He sliced a mountain with glasses. Oh wait. Oh, okay. I thought that was like his regular. You got it.
All right. I'm not rusty at all.
This is all drawn?
Hey dude, Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
Oh snap. Oh! Was that M? No. I'm about to say M. Bison. I forgot his name. Vega? I don't know his name.
I'm told I'm bad with authority.
Ooh, okay.
Tell me about it. 4?
Dang. They're in space. That took, I don't know, I don't have the time right here. That took how long for them to get to space? Oh my gosh.
That's nothing. My drill will pierce the heavens.
Dang. Okay, the anime power up. I forgot all the forms. Is that the strongest one? Oh my. Did he stomp all the... Oh my god. Superman with a... Oh my lord.
Lantern. We do the impossible. See the invisible. Touch the untouchable. Break the unbreakable. If you ain't know...
Rage.
Now you know.
Missiles that don't miss. Yeah, no matter what. Oh my god. He threw him into a universe or galaxy?
I'm Simone the Digger. If there's a wall in my way, I'll smash it down.
Oh my gosh. There he goes. What's that? What is that? The reality equation? All the... Yeah.
Stop fighting. Think about your fear
Stop.
of death, your love of your friends,
Compassion.
passion for me, your hope for the future. Choose life.
That's what I was saying.
Faith in the Simone that believes in you.
Oh. There's no way. What is that?
We're taking Super Gurren Lagann.
Oh, here he goes.
My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens. Giga Drill Free!
Oh my god. What do you got, bro? Hit him with something. Rainbow drill lantern. Why would you go drill against drill? He's the drill guy. Oh, he's raps. GG's. You can't hit all that, bro. You can't hit you.
The super weapon wasn't your mech. It was me. Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in blackest night.
They're really going fist
No
to...
evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship
Oh my god.
evil's might.
Hey, hold on.
My power.
White Lancer's might.
Lantern glow.
Ah! There's no... Oh! Oh!
Grit those teeth!
Oh! Oh my gosh. Bro.
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
Dang! He stole his blink and talked to... Oh my god, bro. Nah, I need an explanation. Why would you go drill against the drill? Why would you go drill for drill against the drill master, bro? He's been talking about drills the whole fight, and you go pull up with the drill? And then they go fist to... Bro. Oh my gosh, man. Yo. That was amazing.
For the guy with the snazzy sunglasses.
When both combatants possess unlimited power, it's
That
hard
was so
to judge
cool.
them by our normal standards. Take speed. Simone can hit an infinite number of targets all at once, and Kyle can fly fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
When you control space and time, things like strength and speed kind of become
Oh
irrelevant.
my lord.
Instead, let's analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower,
Okay.
and their ultimate potential.
Excuse me. You got it. I'm just gonna let him talk.
Imagination.
I'm gonna let him talk.
The boundless things they could conjure to use against the other. Both could think up just about anything the other could, like absorbing each other's attacks, fighting across time, anything.
Simone did have a few attacks that Kyle hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
Yeah.
And in general, Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than Simone's arsenal, which was
I should have stuck with my gut. I should have been like Simone, anime character, of course, you know, but Kyle, like, he just had so much. Oh my god.
Again, nothing Simone couldn't adapt to.
Yeah.
Would
Sorry.
say his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the other main factor for both characters, the origin of their unbelievable might, their willpower.
And that's really gonna be the winning factor here, since it's the source of everything for both of them. Whoever's got the stronger willpower wins.
Both can manipulate reality on a multiversal scale with their willpower, but we can use dimensions to roughly calculate a difference. This might sound absurd for most characters, but it's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
The multiverse labyrinth that Simone absorbed contained 11 spatial dimensions.
That
That's
is
1.3
crazy.
dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
And remember, each numbered dimension infinitely surpasses the one below it.
Which meant Kyle's willpower was stronger at a base level. However, that doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if there's one thing thing both of these guys are known for. It's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Oh my
Simon's
gosh.
whole deal with spiral power is how he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth required Simone to leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle, especially since spiral power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level.
Oh, I forgot
never
about that.
Destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability to easily kill Simone, it was only a matter of time before Kyle's ring ran low on charge. Especially since Simone could likely regenerate for at least a week straight, like Nia did. While Blue Lantern Light could boost Kyle's power, he's never jumped several orders of infinity in strength like Simone has.
And while Kyle could manipulate emotions to reduce Simone's willpower, Simone resisting the labyrinth's mental manipulation meant he could power through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything, that is, except for the life equation. It originated from a higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to him as an asset, forcing him to relinquish it to keep from destroying reality and himself.
I forgot about that. They gave us all this info, and I'm like, yeah. He got that. But I forgot about the drawbacks and everything. That's crazy.
Compare that to Simone, who merged with a version of himself, writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using spiral power to make that fiction into reality.
A pretty similar level of reality to the life equation, and a level of power Simone had no trouble embracing and mastering by the end of his story. No matter how you look at it, Simone might start weaker, but his peak will always transcend Kyle's.
Oh my
Isn't
gosh.
that how all of Simone's battles usually go anyway? That's Gurren Lagann in a nutshell.
So
Wow.
Simone's incredible potential eclipsed Kyle, which means his willpower was ultimately greater. Kyle may have embodied life itself, but Simone's unstoppable evolutionary potential would shatter even this lantern.
Yeah, that frame right there, this frame right here, oh my gosh. When I saw that drill, what is that little ring gonna do right there, man? That's a whole broken head and a half right there. That's like if you dap up your homie and he has like a thumbtack right here, you know what I mean? Bink, like it's raps. Oh my gosh.
I hope Kyle at least dug the fight, because when it comes to death battle losers, he was a dead ringer.
The winner is Simone the Digger.
Next time
Yo.
on Death Battle.
Hold on, here. Wait, hold on. I got Tom and Jerry. I got
Subscribe
Tom.
and join us
Tom.
over to see more Death Battle. Thanks
Tom.
for watching.
Tom every day. Tom all day. That's Tom and Jerry every day, all day. Oh my gosh. Ouch! I got my boy Tom. Let's go. Dang, that was amazing. Shout out Death Battle, man. Shout out Death Battle. Y'all enjoyed that reaction. Make sure to give it a like. Go check out like their videos and stuff. If you like that, they got a lot more. Like I think I don't know what season this season, year, whatever. That was amazing. Bravo. I can't wait for the next one.